So our next action takes us again to India, where violence against women is endemic. Every 20 minutes a woman is raped in India, and every 3 is sexually assaulted. We could talk about social taboos, prejudice for hours, so we're not going to do that. We're going to talk about something that we can actually tackle and making a difference fast. We have 15 minutes for this action, as always, and I'm talking about data. Our next action wants to make the issue of violence against women visible through crowdsourcing data. The organization behind this initiative is Red Dot Foundation. Is already making tremendous impact using data to prevent further violence and to educate boys. Please welcome Supreet Singh.
Thank you, Antonio. So I was 5 years old when a home help took me to his personal quarters and exposed his private parts to me. He made me touch him, and I don't remember what happened after that. I was 28 when I faced sexual harassment in my company here in UK by my CEO, and I left a fast-track career to go back to India. It's been more than a decade since then, and little has changed in making this world a safer place for our girls and women. UN Women says that 1 in every 3 women faces sexual harassment at least once in her lifetime. Monique has said that so many times over the past 2 days. But we all know that the numbers are increasing every day, and the rapes are becoming more and more horrific. In 2012, Jyoti Singh was returning home after a movie with a male friend. She took a bus back home. 6 men hit her friend and gang raped her. They inserted rods, iron rods inside her and removed her intestines from her vagina. They went ahead to throw her on the road to die. She succumbed to her injuries. This is not an isolated case in India. The National Crime Bureau says that there's 1 girl who's raped every 20 minutes. By the time I finish with your actions and get off this stage, there'll be 1 girl who would have been raped somewhere. But we all know how underreported cases of sexual harassment are. This might not be the real figure. Most of the cases of sexual harassment actually are so trivialized. Commenting, touching, groping, taking videos and pictures without consent, they are such a part of our life that we don't even report it. They are normalized by us. What happens when we do that? There is no data for any authority to work with. How do we resolve a problem which is invisible? After the gang rape of Jyoti Singh, we started talking and we realized that there are 2 problems we wanted to address. One was there were no reports, so we wanted to bridge the gap between what was actually happening out there and what was the data which was going up to the authorities. The second was that why were there no reports? One was, of course, people didn't know what sexual harassment is. And secondly, as we've been speaking over the last 2 days, our ecosystem is not very victim-friendly. So we started Safe City to crowdsource data on sexual harassment in public spaces anonymously. It's a web and a mobile app. Since then, we have been collecting data and using this data to engage individuals, communities, the police, educational institutions, municipal and transport authorities, to increase vigilance and create safer neighborhoods. We have collected so far around 11,000 reports over the last 4 years. We have empowered 400,000 people with knowledge of what sexual harassment is and what their rights are. But this is not enough. We want to scale up our work. We have constantly been talking to children, to youth, to communities, to authorities, creating conversations, opening conversations on sexual harassment and how they can be a part of sustainable solutions. We believe that women don't live in isolation, and so men and boys are an integral part of these conversations and impact stories. We have many of them. I won't have time to share all with you, or any of you probably right now. We want to scale up our work from 4 cities in India and 10 countries on the globe to 10 more cities in India, where we want to reach out to 125,000 families over the next 3 years through empowering 250 youth leaders to go out and empower these families. You all will notice, if you all can download our app on your phone, that our work is very easily scalable, it's practical, and we have impact stories which prove that anybody can adopt it. The question we need to ask is, how much more violence does a girl, a woman from amongst us need to face for us to realize that we have failed them as a community and a society? What do we need to do to contribute to break this stupor and help in creating safer neighborhoods? Our children and our women deserve to lead a fearless life. 50% of this population on this planet cannot live in fear. So we need your help. We need you to connect us to institutions who can help us scale our work, police authorities, transport authorities, larger NGOs who can incorporate our reporting channel in their work. Help us raise funds of $500,000 for the next 3 years to reach out to 125,000 families through 250 youth leaders in India. Give us as much media support as you can, because unless people know that there is a way of reporting without being victim shamed, it'll be difficult to get them to report to us and for us to do anything without data. Finally, we're working on a campaign where we believe the only sustainable solution for us to eradicate sexual violence is educating our boys, teaching them consent, respect to other genders, and valuing rights as human rights, not privileged rights in a patriarchal society. So please use your voice to spread this message and to speak to whoever you can to end gender-based violence. Thank you.
Welcome. So terrific work there, and really this idea of an app that tells you where not to go and tells the police exactly where to go is absolutely genius. How did you get the police to listen to you, though? Because you are clearly working with them. You're making a breakthrough over there.
Yeah, so it hasn't been easy. So one of the first few reports that we got was on chain snatching in an area in India, in Mumbai, and which was also leading to touching and groping. So what we did was we went to the community when we got those reports on our map, and we started talking to the members, and women started coming forth and saying that between 7:30 and 8 p.m. in the night when they return from their work, there's hardly any light in the street, and there are boys who come on bikes, and they grope them, they touch them, and they take their chains and they run away. So we had around 20 reports, which we just took the name of God, and we said maybe it'll work, and we went to the local police station. They were extremely helpful. We didn't expect that. And they removed their reports, and it came out that they had only 1 report over the last 1 year. And they took 20 anonymous reports from us, and they changed the beat patrol timing of the constables in that area to be there between 7 and 9 o'clock to make sure that the perpetrators could see that they're being watched.
And it worked.
And it worked. The municipal corporation came up, and they changed all the lamps, all the lamp posts. It worked so much that it's been 3.5 years, and there's not been a single case of touching, groping, or chain snatching. In fact, the locally elected member said, I have budgets for CCTV. So now the whole of that area has CCTV.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
well done. Well done.
Thank you.
So let's open it up to the room. You, again, asking for introductions to local institutions that can help you scale, introductions to international NGOs that can adopt your tool, financial support to scale your work and run a 3-year project, as we heard, and then support to grow the app in terms of sustainability, but also engagement and visibility. I guess we need support also from corporate partners. What kind of support do we have in the room? Let's go to Catherine over there.
Good afternoon. My name is Lourdes Toledo, and I'm a gender specialist with W4. So at W4, we work specifically with SDG 5B, which is harnessing the power of technologies to help protect girls' and women human rights. And we congratulate Supreet and their team on their amazing work with the Safe City app. Of course, this is a powerful tool to help end violence against women by spotlighting and reporting this crucial issue, by enabling women and society to raise their voices, which is what we need, and contributing to safer cities. So of course W4 would love to help. So we commit to contribute in 3 ways. First, we will help you to connect with grassroots organizations, as we have many in our network. Second, with a financial contribution, because of course that's something that you need. And third, to help you share this innovative reporting tool with our wider network. So we're happy to help. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you to W4. Any other partners willing to support the Safe City app in the room? Let's go over there, number 3.
Hi there. My name is Debbie McIntosh. I represent the BMW Foundation and the BMW Group. We've been working with the Red Dot Foundation since 2016, when they won the Intercultural Innovation Award of the United Nations. I personally, together with 2 colleagues from Germany, have been working together with the Red Dot Foundation to try and double the number of stories. We've worked on a strategic plan to try and deliver this. A lot of it has been focused on the digital space, but I can only echo Supreet's call for action to help focus a bit more on the community and the funding for the 250 youth members and ambassadors to really change the culture and the stigma that is attached to this very important topic. Thank you.
Thank you. One of the things you told me that I'll never forget is that you told me if we educate our boys, our girls don't need saving.
Yes.
And it's a very powerful yet simple message. I wonder if anyone in the room can help amplifying that message through connections to campaigning organizations. Someone raising a hand, number 2.
And we have a film for that, by the way. I've shot a film for that.
Yes.
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 I'm Susie Craddock from Perth, Australia, and I'm happy to connect you with the National Association of Protection of Child Abuse and Neglect in Australia, who work with young boys in a program called Love Bites.
Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you. Any other support coming from the room before we wrap this action up? I always remember you can always access the delegate portal on delegates.trustconference.com/action to commit your support now or later to Red City. Thank you so much.
Okay,
and we'll stay in touch and we'll keep you posted with the support.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, Antonio. Thank you.
Oh, one more.
Sorry, I just want to say thank you for the incredible work that you're doing. As a parent, it would be really, really, really important to me for my girls to have access to something like that. In Mumbai, if you want 100 organizations, I'll connect you to 100. If you want 1,000, I'll connect you to 1,000. We work with so many organizations that work especially with marginalized youth in slum communities, of course the red light area, all over Mumbai, and we are connected to at least like 50, 60 different NGOs working with thousands of youth. So if there's anything we can possibly ever do to support, please let me or Shweta know. She'd be happy to manage that for you.
I will. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.